Hello, America, and welcome to the Ag Resource Market Watch weekly commentary coming direct from the Chicago Board of Trade and brought to you by Bayer. Markets ended mixed with weakness centered on soybeans, and as usual, we'll get to the details after a quick message.
When you're an expert on soil and crops, you're a soil scientist. When you're an expert on the weather, you're a meteorologist. And when you're an expert on soybeans, you are an Asgrow farmer. Like you, Asgrow brand is relentlessly focused on soybeans, with localized products featuring leading genetics and weed management systems. It all works together to give you maximum profit potential. Visit Asgrow.com. It's all about the beans. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Corn and soy futures fell to newer lows, while wheat ended higher on worsening quality issues in Western Europe, which of course follows the loss of 10 million tons of production in Ukraine and Russia. Dan, break down the soy complex.
Well, Ben, the soybean market tried to recover this week, late in the week, as China reemerged as a buyer of U.S. soybeans. We'll see how that continues going forward. Big crop yields are still the bearish feature of the market, but August weather and even into early September will be key. We'll watch things carefully, but as November nears $10, that should be some very good support, and at least we should get a bounce from here. Back to you, Ben.
Well, sentiment in the grains is still generally bearish, and it is pretty clear that the consensus is that USDA will hike its U.S. national corn yield forecast in its August report, perhaps by 2 or 3 bushels per acre. Time will tell, but certainly a flood of industry yield estimates lies ahead. However, increasingly there is value in corn below $4. We're seeing ethanol margins increase, and almost simultaneously, U.S. ethanol production has been record large in the last 3 weeks. U.S. corn is the world's low-cost origin at the moment, and even U.S. high-protein wheat is competitive globally, and competitive for the first time since 2020. So we think downside risk is now centered exclusively on U.S. production potential. I'm Ben Buckner. Thanks for tuning in to the Ag Resource Market Watch, brought to you by Bayer.
Podcasts by Federated Media.